Joining me now is Lily Shen. She's the CEO of Transfix. They use AI to connect shippers with truckers, and they recently announced a SPAC deal with G Squared and plan to go public early next year. We spoke about that, Lily. It's great to have you back. And it's interesting to hear that you do think this could make things worse in the near term. How so?
Hi, Kelly. Thanks for having me again. Well, I think the opening of ports is a good first step, and it's definitely a positive change in the right direction at relieving one of the bottlenecks in the overall system. But as we know, the system is incredibly complex, and I think there's going to be downstream ripple effects. And when we look at the overall system, the capacity shortage, driver shortage, still remains, and therefore the importance of shippers relying on technology partners, it will become increasingly more important to help manage the volatility and provide them with the level of flexibility that they need to find reliable capacity.
You can tell that politicians are grasping for answers here. I've seen a report that the president or someone could send in the National Guard to ease the capacity shortage. I've seen, I think, local politicians saying that they should ban ships from idling because then it caused the oil leak in California. Nobody really knows what to do. You are the specialist and the expert here, Lily. So how do we solve this problem?
Oh, this is going to be truly a team effort, Kelly. I think that it will involve many players coming together. I think it's going to be incredibly important that the role of technology plays a far bigger role. And, I would say that the bottom line is that the widespread adoption of technology will become increasingly important to drive far more efficiency, less waste, better for the environment, more fulfilling job opportunities for drivers and for carriers, which will ultimately be better for consumers and helping small businesses grow across the entire ecosystem.
I think you want a national emergency order that everyone uses Transfix, which and then you might have your own capacity shortages to deal with. Tell me about the driver shortage, Lily, and I think you're absolutely onto something here, that stuff can only move. And we did this when we did that massive special. I don't know if our viewers remember when we had reporters in China and at the port, and then at a what do they call it? Switchover station for truckers in the Midwest. And back here, the trucking shortage is the reason why there is a bottleneck at the port. It's not just the operating hours. How do we resolve that?
Yeah, the driver shortage is real. We're currently short about 80,000 drivers. That's still high, but it is lower than compared to 3 years ago. But I think given the shortage, it's increasingly becoming more important to be able to provide carriers and drivers a far better experience. We have to make it easier for them. We have to make it easier on their lives. And we have to be able to help them better utilize their trucks and access, the freight that they're looking for. I think this is where the importance of really driving a human-centered and technology-enabled solution comes in. Technology hasn't played a critical enough role in the overall supply chain for a while, and now with modern interfaces and modern software solutions, we can make it far more easier for the carriers and drivers today.